Hello, 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 hello. How you doing, Team 21? Are you ready to get this party started again? Yeah, okay, we're returning back from our break, and I wanted to give you a little pep talk, words of encouragement as we move back into our challenge. Starting on Monday, we'll have our first meeting. And there we can discuss. That's going to be a discussion group. That's going to be at office hours where we're going to make our plan to get back on track. At whatever phase you are at, that's where we're going to get back on track. Where you honestly make the choice of where you need to start and take an introspective look and see what will be the most effective way for you to achieve your goal for this phase in the program. So we're like at the midway point of our 6 months. So we're almost to the midway point, not quite. So we need to get some good footing when we do our planning session on Monday. So I want to put this into your mind. And that session is going to be for phase one. And if you didn't do work on your quarterly or your Q1 planning, we're going to add to that. We're going to put our mind back in. If you shouldn't step off too far, but we need to put our mind back into the idea that this is a lifestyle and not a diet and not something that we take vacation from. It's going to be how we move. This is how we move. This is how we roll moving forward. It's not a quick fix. It's not just so I can have a beach body for the summer. This is how I live my life for the remainder of my life, for my health, for my wellness, so that I can be the best person that I need to be, to show up for who I need to show up, to take care of myself the way I need to take care of myself, and to glorify God in the process. That's what this is about. Being a whole person. It's mind, body, and soul. It's physical, it's mental, it's spiritual. So that's what our transformation is about. And developing ourselves and getting reintroduced to ourselves. And it may be some finding themselves or refining some things in your life, taking on some good habits and getting rid of the bad ones, removing negativity from your sphere, from your life, setting some boundaries, and number one, taking care of yourself, because you cannot take care of nobody else. You can't help nobody else if you're falling apart. If you got one good wing, you can't fly. So let's park, service the vehicle, set some parameters about how we're going to move forward. Now, this is the state our vehicle is in. Now we have to make some rules and adjustment about how we're going to operate this vehicle moving forward. Okay, and we're going to set those parameters, and we're going to ensure that this vehicle is taken care of for the remainder of their life. It's shined up, it's looking good, it's living, it's doing the best it can at the highest level it can, and not making excuses, but just doing it at a high level. So that's going to be our focus for this quarter, and once we got that down, that's part of us. Okay, it's not just one time. This is not a one and done. This is your life. This is how you live. Okay, So, and it's not a punishment. If you got to see the live I did the other day, it's not a punishment. This is something you get to do. You get to take care of yourself finally. You get to do those things that you always been saying, oh, I need to eat better. No, we're eating better. Okay. I need to exercise. Yeah. I get to exercise. I get the time. I took my time back. I get to exercise. I get to take care of my physical and mental needs. I get to spend time with God, to spend time in meditation. I get to do these things. I get to build better relationships with my family. I get to be present when dealing with them and not pulled in every direction. I get to put the time in. Finally, I get to do these things because I made a plan to do it. I put strategies in place to execute, and I set boundaries. I set boundaries so that all of this can be accomplished, and the important things get the important help from me. And other things, they can wait. Or other things I can delegate to someone else. Or other things, they don't have to be done at all. Okay? And we're going to surround ourselves with positivity in a place where people are doing the same thing. And we're going to be accountable to those people. And we're going to be accountable to ourselves. And we're going to be accountable to God, thanking Him. I get to do this again. I get to do this. I get to finally do this right. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for giving me the mind and the vehicle to be able to do this. Thank you. And we need to show the gratitude for where we are and where we're trying to go to. We have our vision of where we want to be, and that's where we are putting ourselves mentally. That's where we are. And we're going to walk and drive in the pathway that is set before us to get there. And who's making this? We are designing it with God. We are doing those things that He has put on our heart to do, that He has made it absolutely necessary that it been brought to our attention so that we can work on it. And our physical transformation is primary focus of why we showed up here today. But we are not just one thing. We are made of many things. And all those many things, all those the things, they affect how well we are able to accomplish our physical transformation. So we can't just leave those to the side and think that we're going to make a forever change. No, we have to work on those things too. They impede on our success for making a physical transformation, for making it permanent, for making it sustainable. Because what do people do when you're in a fight and you don't got nothing else? You go for what you know, right? And what have we been used to knowing? We've been used to knowing that food is our friend, that food makes me feel better, that I celebrate with food. Food is around. We're supposed to have food. Oh, you need breakfast, lunch, dinner. You need dessert. We're supposed to. Oh, yay. Or I feel like crap. I didn't have a good day today. Let me eat cake. And then later on, we'll feel bad about the extra weight we put on, or that when we go to the doctor, whatever laboratory assessments or exams that he done. He's like, oh, well, here we are again, and you're in the same place again. And so what do? Again, we leave that office and we go find a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, a Denny's, a Red Lobster, because that has been how we dealt with things as a culture and in society in general. So part of this is finding other ways to cope. It don't have to be the same way I do. It doesn't have to be the same way the girl over there or the girl at work or the girl at church does. It does not have to be the same way, but you need to do the work to find out just what that is. It may not be one thing, it may be multiple things. Maybe got to deal with those traumas that happen. Yeah, that happened. Yes, I'm sorry that happened to me. Sorry that happened to that little girl, that little boy. Yes, I'm sorry for that. But it's time for you to pack all your bags and get out. You have to go. You're affecting the way I love. You're affecting the way I live. You're affecting the way I learn. You're affecting my health. And I have to let you go. You must leave today. And that's the conversation we need to have with ourselves. That are the types of self-reflection that we need to sit with ourselves and see it, get to the bottom of it. And some things will not be solved alone. You can do it in a group, or you may need to do it under care of a healthcare professional. But you need to do it. And none of this is funny. None of this is light. This is all serious because you've been spinning your wheels too long. And it's time to make some real change in your mindset, in the way you operate, the way you move. And everybody needs to know about the new you. Okay? Your health is important. Your physical transformation is important. Your family is important. Those things you've been called to do are important. And they go hand in hand with how successful you'll be on starting this new, not even new, this was how you're supposed to be. It's innate in you. This is how you're supposed to be living. You're just picking it back up. Somebody gave you the wrong instructions early on. And now you say, oh, this didn't go with this. This doesn't go with this. Oh, these were the right directions. So you're picking them back up. All the way you've been taught to deal with food and celebration and mourning and depression and whatever way that was taught to you, that was not innately in you to do. And you can, just like that trauma child, get all of those list of this, and you have to do this, and this is what this person does, and you're supposed to, and pack all of those list ups, all of those recordings in your mind, and send them right in the bags with that little boy, that little girl who has been impacting your life in such a negative way that you have to release them and let them go. Yes, kick them out. Okay? So that is my small little urge, plea with you that you plead with yourself and make this real, not temporary. It's not about nobody else. Even when I mention your family and what you want to do to help people, it's a part of you. It's who you are, the essence of who you are. You love these folks, so you want to do for them. You want to give back to society. So it's about you and your talents and your gifts and what you have to offer. And you have a lot to offer. So no time to wallow in depression. Get up. Kick that mess out. You are not welcome here anymore. I'm sorry. You must go. I'm not sorry. You have to go. Have this conversation with yourself. And get up. Take some deep breaths. Take it all, the air in, and let it all out. And now it's time to make a plan. Be sure about that plan and execute. Execute, execute, execute. Nobody's safe. We executing everything. Execute everything we put on that list. Nobody's safe. So, no, none of the things we put on here are strategy. None of them get a pass. They're all getting executed. Okay? So we strike them right out. So yeah, welcome. Welcome to 2024. Welcome to not a new beginning, a refresher. This is a refresher in our transformation journey. So, right, I encourage you to start this 3-day water fast challenge with me. And this challenge is designed to jumpstart your metabolism and reset your body and refocus your mind after the holiday season. Okay? Water fast is powerful. It's a very powerful tool that can facilitate weight loss, improve mental clarity, and increase energy levels. We know this because we've experienced it, okay? We know that this is going to happen. And we know that we can do it, okay? It's a practice that has been done for thousands of years. I probably say always this has been done. Always. All recorded history, this has been done for both physical and spiritual benefits, okay? Our theme for this challenge is reset. Reset. Realign. But reset. Okay? It's about resetting your body, your habits, and your mindset. It's about giving your body a break from digesting all of the digestion of the wrong things, processed things, too much indulging, or indulging in a way that you weren't doing before. Our body needs detox. Our body needs to be clarified so that it can heal. Okay? Remember, the key to this is staying motivated. Okay? Don't lose your motivation. And when you feeling like you're unmotivated, go to the source of where you get your motivation. Feed off of each other. Feed off of us. Don't isolate yourself. You won't be successful that way. Feed off of us. Get your energy, get your fuel from us. That's what we're here for. It's what the community is about. It's about togetherness, empowering one another to be successful in life and in health. Okay? So set goals. We're going to set goals on Monday. We're going to visualize the positive things. Those negative nannies, try to bring that up, recorder or videotape in your mind. You're going to shut them down. You're going to remove them from their player and toss them out by saying what is really true about what you're doing. Is it hurting you? No. Is it killing you? No. Does it feel good? No, it does not. But is it helping you in multiple ways in your life? Yes, it is. So say what's true when those negative things come in your mind and you want to stop, you want to give up, you want to throw in the towel. It's okay to have moments of doubt and but don't wallow in that. Go to where you can get help. Lean on the community, okay? Think about renewed energy. Think about this renewed energy you will have. Put those positive things. Think about how good it's gonna feel when that energy level kicks in. Don't dwell on the fact that you won't be able to indulge in certain things, or you won't be able to eat the way you want to for those 3 days. Think about how big you're gonna feel in energy. How that boost is gonna just make you feel, kicking all those endorphins, and you start feeling good and getting rid of all those bad cells in your body. They're flushing out. You're getting rid of all of that sluggishness, and your mind is opening up. Get excited about that. Get excited about that. Okay? And visualize the outcome on the other side. Hey, on the other side of this, let me tell you, they better watch out, because here I come. That's the kind of talk you need to have. They're going to watch out. They're going to know. I'm going to let them know what this is about. Okay? That's the kind of mind you're going to have. They don't know, but I'm going to teach them. That's the kind of idea you want to know. You want to let be known out there. Yeah, they don't got a clue. And that's how you like it. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to keep you guessing. And then I'll let you know what it is. Okay? That's how you have to have the mindset. Yeah. Yeah, I'm that and more. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you said, I'm that and more. Look at me now. Okay? That'll be your attitude on the other side of this and going through this. All the naysayers, you don't take all that. You don't have to do that. Is that safe? Who told you to do that? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Don't listen. Don't listen. Will this hurt you? No. Thousands of years of data. Thousands. Thousands of years. Not new technology. Not this is no side effects because you took in because of a medication. There's no injection. There's none of that. And your body naturally heals itself. Do you understand? It's naturally healing itself. No, well, your body won't like it. No, it won't. But you run this thing. So you tell it to shut up and get in line, because this is what it is now. That's what I had to do. That's what I have to continually do until it shuts up. And I forgot that I wanted that cookie. I forgot I'm craving that burger. I'm not really hungry for it. I just remember what that cheese tastes like on that grilled meat and with all of those grilled onions and the toasted bun. I can taste it now in my mouth, but I'm not hungry. I'm chasing a feeling, an emotion, and we have to change that. We have to change that. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. That's what this group is for. Okay? So we're going to do our planning session on Monday. And we're going to start our 3-day reset. I recommend that whatever phase you pick, you do this first with us. I'm not going to force you, but I highly recommend that you do this. This is good to do quarterly. So I wouldn't recommend it more than 4 times a year. But this is good for your body and your mind to do quarterly, to get that recharge, to get some spiritual and mental toughness and discipline. And you can tell you're in control of this, not your emotions. Okay? And so I really recommend that we do this. It's a water fast, but I've always let you guys have clear liquids with broths and tea, black coffee. And that is what we'll have for 3 days. And then after that, you'll start whatever phase you told me you want to begin at. If you want to start at the beginning, then you'll just go from day 3 on with the rest of your stage 1 and 2 until you get back into the intermittent fasting phase. So we'll talk about that, those first 3 days. We'll remind ourselves what we can do, what we're going to look out for, and we're going to have a strategy for when those things show up and what we're going to do. And we're going to plan for all of these activities that we want to do. We're going to remember to take care of ourselves with our POSH event, and then our twice a month, our POSH days, where you operate in the highest level of wellness and self-care for yourself. It's opulent wellness, the highest level, the highest grade, the rich wellness that you're going to shower on yourself in whatever capacity that you can. It can be something as big as a vacation, as small as a self pedicure, but just time where you are completely pampering yourself. One thing would be an event, but when you spend a day doing multiple things to help you feel rejuvenated, rested, and cared for, will make a great difference on your stress level, on your attention span, on how you prioritize things because you're not tired, and it will aid in the success of your physical transformation. Okay, so those self things are very important. So during this time, it's crucial that you engage in activities that promote spiritual recovery. So our meditation, affirmations, our time in prayer, our time in stillness, in alone, without our devices, without engaging in any kind of taking in of information. You're just going to disconnect in this time, and you're going to work on your spirit. Spend time with God, spend time with yourself. You're getting to know yourself, and you're getting to know your God as well. You're reintroducing yourself to yourself. Okay? and you making yourself a priority. So that's a lot of spiritual health, making yourself a priority and taking the time to rest in stillness and communing with God, and just feeling all the things and releasing all the things. Okay, so that's going to be a very important part. And you want to do yoga and things like that, stretching, that's okay. But I really would like you to spend some of those times in complete stillness and in a relaxed posture, and just communing with God and spending time with yourself. Okay? And then we're going to support you step by step. And then whatever plan you say, we're going to support it. We're going to give ourselves grace all along this time, because why? This is not a one and done. This is our life. This is how we live. And we are not perfect people, but we are not people that make excuses either. So that's what the accountability is about. You're going to be accountable to yourself, to our community, and to God, because we're doing this to the glory of God. Okay? That's what this program, that's what everything is surrounded by. That should be your motivation. That should be one of your motivations for getting healthy, for so that you can be able to do more in service to Him. Okay, so let's get started. Let's reset. Let's embrace this. This is going to be exciting. This is not a chore. This is not a bother. This is something we get to do. We get to spend time and commune and get our spiritual clarity and mental toughness. Use this period for that. Don't just think of it as you're doing it to lose the weight. You're a whole person. You're not just fat. You have other things going on that operate in your life, and you need to deal with that as a whole and not just the weight. Okay, so that's a big mistake that I have made and others have made, and we've done all these other things and they didn't work. So try what I'm telling you. Believe that this can happen. Plan and execute. It's foolproof. And we're going to be here to support you every step of the way. I can't say that enough. We'll have our private group and we'll have our big group, and just keep tapped in. You can always do the chat. You can drop anything you want to do in the chat. You can ask a question in there. You can bring things to the group. You can bring some encouragement. You can bring your wins. Share. This is where you get your strength. This is where you got to tap into the source and get your strength. Get that energy charge you need. Take the car to the station, okay, and fill up. No, it's not. You tried to do it on your own a lot. It was unsuccessful. So try this. Try me. Try what I'm telling you. I know it's going to work for you. I know it can. I've just been unctioned by God to do this. I spent years not saying anything about how I was maintaining my weight or any of the struggles that I had, which was a very selfish move on my part. I've been out of this for 20 years. And I'm just starting to help people. Don't spend no more time wasted spinning your wheels. It's time to do it. It's time to reset and to do it again no more. Wash your hands of that old life that you used to live. It wasn't benefiting you in the first place. It wasn't working out. You weren't happy. You weren't satisfied with your health. So it's time to do something else. Permanently do something else. Okay? And I'm gonna be here with you. So see you on Monday for our office hours. Be ready. Ready, 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 ready. Start getting your stuff together. Get with your supplies together. Be ready. You can do this. You can do this. It's innate inside of you. It's instilled in you to do. You can do it. Don't let anything in your mind or anybody tell you different. Okay? God's got you. Thank you and see you on Monday night.